Imagine a planet where the invertebrate rulers of the undergrowth, the shallows, and the skies were absolute Goliaths. Throughout deep time, arthropods pushed the limits of their external skeletons, conquering land, sea, and air to sizes that challenge imagination. How did a structural blueprint based on an exoskeleton achieve scales that rival modern vertebrates? And what kind of alien ecosystems permitted their appearance? The story opens in the ancient aquatic realms with Jacalopterus, which holds the crown as the largest arthropod in Earth's history. Reigning around 390 million years ago, this eurypterid was an apex predator 2.6 meters in length and lived in the brackish rivers and estuaries of the early Devonian. It possessed massive 45-centimeter grasping claws equipped with heavy, serrated teeth, paired with sharp compound eyes, tracking prey in murky waters to make quick work of early armored fish. Not all aquatic giants were terrifying hunters, however. In the early Ordovician seas of 480 million years ago, the giant radiodont Egeracasis chose a gentler path. Growing over 2 meters long, this distant relative of true arthropods traded predatory claws for dense rows of specialized filter-feeding spines on its head. Gliding with dual sets of swimming flaps, it swept the ancient water column for plankton, acting much like a modern baleen whale of the Paleozoic. Following close behind in scale was Prearcturus gigas, a Devonian titan that rewrites our understanding of early scorpion history. Prowling the streams and damp floodplains of what is now Britain, roughly 415 million years ago, this formidable apex predator reached an astonishing 1 meter in length. Armed with massive, robust pincers exceeding 16 centimeters and unique wing-like abdominal extensions, Prearcturus dominated the transitional zones where land and water met. Another twist on the arthropod blueprint was Hibbertopterus. Spanning from the Devonian to the Carboniferous, this heavy-bodied eurypterid titan grew up to 2.5 meters long, but it discarded swimming paddles entirely. Instead, its broad, horseshoe crab-like body relied on specialized walking legs with spiny extensions, while a pointed tail spine featuring ventral keels acted like sled rails to minimize drag as it traversed the muddy bottoms of ancient waters. As arthropods successfully conquered the solid earth, the scales scaled up dramatically, supercharged by the hyper-oxygenated atmosphere of the Carboniferous period. Enter Pulmonoscorpius, a fully terrestrial giant scorpion of Scottish coal swamps. Growing up to 70 centimeters long, the size of a large cat, it possessed large lateral eyes and efficient book lungs. Unlike modern nocturnal ambush predators, Pulmonoscorpius was likely an active daytime hunter, preying on smaller arthropods and early amphibians alike. Sharing those same lush Carboniferous and early Permian forests was the ultimate land-dwelling invertebrate, Arthropleura. Reaching lengths of 2.5 meters or more, and nearly half a meter wide, this magnificent myriapod looked like a giant flattened millipede with up to 64 jointed legs and unusual stalked eyes. Despite its terrifying armored, jointed rib appearance, recent fossil evidence reveals it was a slow-moving detritivore, quietly grazing on rotting vegetation, spores, and seeds on the forest floor. The forests hosted unexpected giants. During the Eocene epoch, around 50 million years ago, Titanomyrma claimed the title of the largest ant ever known. Queen ants reached the size of a small bird with a wingspan of up to 15 centimeters. The discovery of their fossils across Germany, Wyoming, and Canada offers a fascinating climate clue. Ancient global warmth allowed tropical insects to cross Arctic landmasses. Meanwhile, in the Triassic skies and woodlands of 230 million years ago, lived Giga Titan, a massive titanopteran insect. Though related to modern grasshoppers, it was built heavy and robust, featuring a wingspan of up to 40 centimeters. With spiny, mantis-like forelimbs and powerful mandibles, it likely relied on gliding rather than sustained flight, using its large wings for visual signaling while hunting smaller insects and early vertebrates. Back on the prehistoric forest floor, the Cretaceous period birthed one of evolution's most bizarre experiments. The Hydomyrmecini, famously known as hell ants. These solitary predators possessed vertical mandibles that snapped downward like a guillotine, pinning prey against a horn-like cranial structure, as seen in the unicorn ant Ceratomyrmex. They operated entirely differently from any modern ant. The Jurassic period recorded the largest fossil spider known to science, Mongolarachne. With a robust body and a leg span reaching roughly 10 centimeters, females spun large vertical or sheet webs in ancient Chinese forests, potentially capable of subduing small vertebrate prey like tiny birds or really small pterosaurs. Though modern tarantulas may rival or exceed them in sheer mass, this fossil giant reminds us we currently live in the same time period of the largest spiders to ever evolved. Revisiting these colossal arthropods reveals that nature's architectural experiments are boundless when environmental conditions align. From filter-feeding sea giants and guillotine-jawed ants to meter-long scorpions and towering millipedes, these creatures remind us that the blueprint of the invertebrate world has repeatedly unlocked scales and size that modern ecosystems can only hint at.